Welcome to the Deep Dive. We find fascinating sources and, well, we dive deep into them for the key insights. Today we're exploring a really specific viewpoint on financial markets, crypto markets specifically. It comes from our dear friend, Crypto Infos. We're looking at their guide, the Crypto Dear Friends Technical Analysis Guide, and also a concrete analysis they shared. You might recognize their work from those distinctive yellow charts. Our goal: to unpack Crypto Info's core philosophy, particularly that strong belief in technical charting, and then see it applied. Okay, so let's get into it. The foundation here is this idea from Crypto Infos that technical analysis is, and I'm quoting, the most superior form of analysis. That's quite a statement. Many traders use fundamentals, news. Why such a focus just on charts?
It is a strong stance, yeah. And Crypto Infos explains it by saying technical analysis reflects real action, people buying and selling. That's the core of it. The idea is that every single candle you see on a price chart, it holds all the necessary info.
All of it, like everything.
According to this view, yes, everything. What everyday traders are doing, what the huge investors, the whales, are doing, and crucially, where the so-called smart money is making its moves, it's about reading the pure, unadulterated market behavior right there in the price action.
Okay, so if the candles tell you everything,
Yeah.
what about news? Big economic reports, company announcements, where do they fit in? Or don't they?
Well, that's where it gets even more distinct. Crypto Infos considers news and fundamentals, the stuff many people follow closely, as far less useful for actual trading decisions.
Far less useful.
Yeah, they even call them flashy headlines and attractive clickbait. Maybe helpful sometimes, but only in very small instances.
And does that connect to how people react emotionally? Because they also mentioned something about that.
Exactly. There's this key psychological observation. Most people tend to be bullish at the tops and bearish at the bottoms. People get swept up. So the argument is focusing only on the charts helps strip away that emotional reaction, that bias that, often leads traders astray.
Right, avoiding the herd mentality. And speaking of directness, Crypto Infos has this really blunt take on trading psychology and, well, taking responsibility.
Oh, yeah.
They say, you can't complain about taking a loss or being stressed by trading. That's what you asked for. And then, if it's too bad, quit. If it's not, lock in and try harder. Wow.
That's certainly direct. No sugarcoating there. It really hammers home the idea that trading demands serious discipline. You choose to play the game, you accept the rules, the stress, the risk.
And you need to lock in and try harder with the analysis, presumably the technical kind.
Precisely. Trust the data on the chart over your fear or greed. That seems to be the message.
Okay, so theory's one thing, but let's see it in practice. How does this philosophy translate into an actual trade setup? We have an analysis shared by our dear friend, Crypto Infos, and thank you to our dear friend for sharing this. It's one of those signature yellow charts. We're looking at the ZEREBRO analysis, specifically the one-day chart. What does it show?
Okay, so this ZEREBRO one-day chart analysis is a great example. First off, the overall chart status is marked as bearish. And the key observation noted is, we are getting squeezed around the lows, and we should get a very volatile move soon.
Squeezed around the lows, meaning the price is stuck in a tight range down near the bottom.
Exactly, like a spring coiling up. It suggests a big, fast move is probably coming. And Crypto Infos gives targets based purely on the chart levels. If it breaks upwards, a pump, the first target mentioned is around 6 cents.
Okay, and if it breaks down?
If it gets rejected, meaning it fails to move up and heads lower instead, the next target identified is around $0.02. Notice how it's all based on price levels and patterns, no mention of why it might move, just where it might go based on the chart structure. It really demonstrates that philosophy in action.
Right, purely technical. So, wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for you, the listener? We've seen this very direct, data-first perspective from Crypto Infos. Focus on the charts, the real action, not the headlines, and own your decisions, the good and the bad.
Yeah, and it really leaves you with a question, doesn't it? Given this approach, how do you actually build that mental toughness? How do you cultivate the discipline to lock in, trust what the charts are showing, and ignore all the noise, ignore the news, ignore your own gut feelings sometimes? That's the real challenge in applying this kind of philosophy, I think. How do you truly trust the lines on the screen?